It is our time to stand tall.
It is our responsibility.
146 years of en avant.
We shall remain the strong, modern woman we were shaped to be.
We play for the girls in green who came before us, and we play for those still to follow.
Good day to all you aspiring girls in green. I'm so thrilled that I've got the opportunity to chat to you because we're looking forward to eventually welcoming you to our school. My name is Jannie de Villiers, or maybe Mr. de Villiers when you come to DSG one day, and I am the head of the school. But I'm actually also a new person around here. I only started my job at DSG about a year ago, and you know what kind of a year we've had. But it's been the most wonderful, wonderful year of my career, I think. And that is because of the wonderful people that we've got here at DSG. So I'm very excited at the prospect of you girls joining us and becoming part of the DSG people. So here is just a moment where I can introduce myself to you and tell you a little bit more about myself. I used to be in Cape Town at a school there, a well-known boys' school. You can try and work out which one. And have always known about this special school in Makanda here in the Eastern Cape. And I sometimes have to pinch myself that I'm now the head of DSG, a very special place. I hope that you are excited about maybe joining our school, and I thought maybe I should share with you a little bit about what we want to achieve here and what this school has always been about for almost the last 150 years. In 2024, we will have big celebrations here at DSG, and we will be celebrating a century and a half of schooling through all sorts of ups and downs over the years. And I want you to listen carefully when I share with you what I think we're achieving here and what our dream is for you when you join us one day. There are a couple of interesting fun facts about the school, and the first one is that DSG is the oldest full-term boarding school on the African continent. It's the only boarding school for girls where you can come and stay with us 7 days a week, and all the girls are here all the time. More than 80% of the girls at DSG are full-time boarders who stay here 7 days a week. So you are never alone when you're a boarder here at DSG. And our boarding houses are open to all the day girls as well. And most of the day girls arrive here at school just after 7 in the morning, and they only go home at about 8 o'clock at night because they're actually sort of half boarders. And they have a space in the boarding house. But the boarding aspect is really probably the heartbeat of the school. Then, as you probably know, we are deeply rooted in our Christian ethos. We're an Anglican school, and that is where we draw our main core values from, and the way in which we work with each other, we interact with each other, and in which we interact with the whole world. So we believe in core values like love and compassion and kindness and respect. And I'm sure each one of you hold that dear as well. We are also a school that is immensely diverse. You will come to DSG and you will find that you will make friends from across the African continent, across South Africa, and even across the world. To give you an idea, this year's grade 8 group has about 85, 86 girls in it, and they come from 28 different schools, different primary schools. So that gives you an idea of the diversity of people that are here at DSG. They come from everywhere, and you will be one of those unique people joining us. And I think that diversity is really probably one of the biggest strengths of our school. We are very inspired by our responsibility to help you develop into a woman of substance. And with that we mean that you are unique in what you offer and what you become, and that you are balanced and competent. And so we know that when we look back over our shoulders, that there are thousands of women in the world today who are making a difference. And they were DSG girls who learned about themselves and about the world here. And that's what we would love for you as well. We want you to be confident when you leave our school and have a good sense of self. It's very important to us that you come and discover yourself here. So we want you to spread yourself thinly when you start here at DSG and eventually start going into the specific directions that you feel that you want to specialize in. But you will walk away from here with deep values, with a sense of justice. We talk a lot about what social justice looks like and how we are going to create a fair and just society in the future. We want you to be able to take responsibility for yourself and for others, and also to have real insight in what's going on in the world. A DSG girl must know the difference between fake news and real news. And then we would love to equip you, and we do that every day in many, many different ways. We want you to walk away from DSG with evidence of your best and with a toolbox for life, for going into the world one day as an adult. So for us, we look at how we develop you socially, emotionally, in a mental way to think for yourself critically. We want to develop you physically on the sports fields and on the stages, and also technically. We want you to go away here with some technical skills. Maybe you should be able to code or to use technology very competently. And we want you to be able to learn well. So that skill of learning is something important to us. Leadership is a big thing for us, and all this forms you and the impact that you will have in the world one day. I think the final thing that is so special and precious for us at DSG is your connectedness, your network that you build up here to the whole network around the world of DSG people. And those DSG people, the girls here call sisters. There is a sisterhood that forms here, and it really forms because people spend so much time together and they get to know each other so well. So you start here as strangers, you then initially make friends, and you eventually leave as sisters. And even I feel like a sister. And so yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you soon. It's a pity that we can't visit you in the flesh and in person, but you're most welcome to come and visit us at DSG and come see for yourself and become a girl in green in a few years' time.
Hi, I'm Dali Banda.
I'm Lauren Van Coller.
And we are the prefects of Manano, and we're going to give you a tour of the house.
This is the foyer of the entrance.
Now we're on our way to Dorm 4 to show you one of the rooms.
So this is one of the dorms, Dorm 4, and there's bunk beds here, which you swap if you're on the bottom and you're on the top. In the first half term, you swap with your bunk mate every half term.
And the grade 8s change their rooms every term. So if you were upstairs in term 1, you will most probably be downstairs in term 2. So we are on our way to one of the prefect rooms in Manano. There's 4 prefects that stay in the house, so these are one of the rooms. This is my room. I really like my room because when it's a bit noisy, I can sit at my desk and work and get a bit of time to myself as well.
So now we will be taking you to the common room and the kitchen area, which is one big area. And this is the common room where we have roll call to make sure everyone's here, and a place where you can chill in the afternoons and eat what you make in the kitchen.
We are on our way to the day girls locker room, which is where the grade 8 day girls come and drop off their books and sports kit when they come to school.
This is the day girls room, also a prep room in the evenings. So each day girl will get a locker, and there's just desks here for grade 8s when they would like to work over weekends or late at night.
And that's the end of our tour of Manano House. I hope that we'll see lots of prospective girls in the near future and that you have enjoyed seeing our wonderful home.
Hi, I'm Grace Olivia. I'm from Joburg and my past school was Grayston Prep.
Hi, my name's Kimberly Kabiri. I'm from Uganda and I was actually at the junior school.
When I first got here, I was nervous about leaving my parents and also getting lost around the school. I actually remember this one time, it was a rainy day and we were all sitting inside and this one girl looked out the window and saw a double rainbow. and we all brought our speakers outside and we just were jamming and dancing to music like the whole day, the whole evening in fact. And even some of the prefects were there. It was so nice and we were taking so many photos. Last year I was most excited about boarding and the sport and meeting my matric, and I'm really glad who I got paired with my matric this year because she's amazing. She's exactly like me.
I actually remember on the second day, we actually never knew each other so well, but we all came outside and started dancing and taking videos and eating. It was really fun. And at first I was really nervous about coming to grade 8, even though I had been in boarding. I was really nervous about coming to grade 8 because I knew everything was going to change. But if you have the right friends and right teachers and the family of DSG, everything will be just perfect.
Well, we've only basically had one weekend because 2 weeks ago we went to the monastery. So what I last year thought about how the weekends would go was Saturdays you would obviously eat breakfast and then you can go out to town, have some pizza or something like that with your friends, go shopping, and if your parents are here you can go to the Highlander or go to a restaurant, you know, that stuff on Saturdays, and then also sport and that on Saturdays. And then Sundays we would just have a chill day, you know, on our phones, relaxing, maybe just talking to some friends.
Isabella comes from Joburg. Anda comes from Cape Town. Teto comes from Botswana. Emily comes from Zambia. And Lali comes from Joburg. Yeah. I was looking forward to meeting my grade 9 and grade 12. I already did, and they're wonderful people. They are fun, they're caring, and they're really nice. And I'm looking forward to playing more sports because I love sports. And I'm looking forward to making more relationships with my friends and the teachers because this school's a really nice place to be at.
I'm also looking forward to making some fun relationships with the teachers because my past school I had such a great time. I'm also looking forward to the sisterhood that everybody's been talking about. All the grade 9s, all the grade 10s, all the cousins I've had here said the sisterhood is amazing, you're going to have so much fun. I'm actually really looking forward to the sisterhood. I'm going to grow with all my new friends and just everybody, the sisterhood.
My name is Dali Banda. I'm from Johannesburg and my previous school was St. Peter's Girls. I'm in matric at the moment in Merriman House and I've been boarding since grade 8. My position as head of Manano is to act like a big sister towards the grade 8s that are coming in for their first year at DSG and making sure that they settle in quickly and comfortably here at the school.
My name is Laura Mancola. I'm from a farm outside of Beaufort and I previously went to Yaruwa's Preparatory School. I came to DSG in grade 6 and is now currently in matric. I am in crew house and I'm a prefect in Manano. One of the scariest things coming into grade 8 is probably meeting so many new people. And for boarding, what I love most about it is having a sleepover with your friends every night, 7 days a week.
On the weekends can be pretty busy at school and sometimes you'll have quiet weekends and busy weekends, but usually on the weekends you can go watch sports matches or play in sports matches, go on picnics with your friends on the field and play hockey whenever you'd like. On weekends we're allowed to go on to town as well at Pepper Grove Mall. And we usually go to some of the restaurants there like Relish and go eat some pretty nice sandwiches there. I highly recommend the number 1, it's the most delicious sandwich, and visit other friends in other houses as well as catch up with homework from the week. Well, our role as Manano prefects, we actually call ourselves the Man-Prees, that's our nickname. Our role is just to make sure that the grade 8s have someone they can go to whenever they feel homesick or when they feel lost, because your first year in high school can be a bit intimidating. There's so many things happening and there are older grades that are telling you to do this and this. So we are just there to make sure that they feel comfortable and they have somebody they can talk to whenever they feel like it.
We usually like a shoulder to lean on when they're homesick, and like everyone's in the same boat. So you get quite a lot of them crying together and laughter together and happiness, like they all share the same thing. It's quite nice to watch, and we're there like just to be the older sister mainly.
The grade 8s do their prep in Josie Wood, which is one of the classroom blocks here at DSG. During first prep, which is from 5 to 6, they take their book bags and they go across to the school and do their prep there. And then during second prep, they go over to Josie Wood again and do their prep for second prep, which is a more supervised prep.
The general vibe is usually really good. Everyone's usually happy and it's very noisy.
Very noisy.
I'd say the general vibe is always very good. Like it's very, yeah.
I agree. The grade 8 house is very noisy just because there's so many things happening. It's a house of 64 girls, so you can imagine how it is in the afternoons when everyone's really excited. But I think that's what makes the grade 8 house so special, is that you make so many new friends and you connect with so many people that you wouldn't if you were in another house with just a small amount of people. So I think that energy really brings life to the house.
Yeah.
And it's like its name, because
Yeah.
Manano means unity, so everyone's here together.